What up with it though? I'm 618Cs, man. We in the building. We got more Unk news, man. I know by now y'all done heard the leak phone calls. Shannon say he gonna choke her, but man, you already know. Sharp in five. Unk in five, but Unk fucking up. Look, check it out. Unk in five, but he messing up real bad.
What you talking about, Willis?
Check it out. I was just watching Gil's Arena, right? Maybe like what an hour ago. They doing a live show, right? They say, shh, there's a second accuser coming after Unk. It's gonna be a second accuser and probably more coming after Unk. Let's get right into it, boy. I ain't finna waste no time. I gotta show y'all this right here.
Lord Jesus, I knew this was gonna happen. I got breaking news.
Oh, I gotta rewind just a little bit so you can see how this boy came in on this though.
Pulled up. Warriors fans, let's go. Even this series up, make it compelling. Ooh, Lord Jesus, I knew this was gonna happen. I got breaking news, but I don't want to break it, but it's breaking news. They said there's a second accuser coming.
Oh my God. So
Shout out Mateo to go.
So,
Patience is a
anybody
virtue.
who's gonna get a big contract or money, just keep it quiet, man.
Thankfully, we don't have those problems. We are a broke show. We are a poverty show, as the kids like to say.
I'm a married man, so I ain't got to worry about none of that.
The EBT of sports basketball podcast. We are food stamps.
Nah, but I figured there's gonna be. I figured there was gonna be others. Because I mean, once you throw a number out there, and a number that high, once you said like you was willing to pay 10, anybody you ever paid to keep quiet is coming. They're coming out. They're coming out the woodworks.
That's a fact.
And that's just how it works. If you ever try to negotiate with anybody behind the scenes, even if you paid them, they coming back. As soon as that shit hit the scene, everybody, if you ever paid anybody in life, they want to renegotiate.
Man, there you go with that bullshit.
There it is right there, man. Gil's Arena, they say it's a second accuser coming, and Gil say he won't be surprised if it's more accusers coming. They gonna get that boy the Deshaun Watson treatment, like I said in the live video. They finna come after you now. Anybody that you done paid or anybody that you been paying. So let me do this first. I'm gonna apologize. I said Unc was innocent, but I also said if Unc was trying to settle out of court, he did something. So Unc freaky as hell. Unc freaky as hell. He did something. Now he trying to pay to hide something, you know? And now Unc got us looking at him crazy, bro, because you know they saying like they saying like the girl is 20 years old, but her Unc been messing around for 2.5 years now. So you mean Unc what 53, 54 years old? So you mean tell me you've been messing with her since she was like 18, 19 years old? Bro, I don't care nothing about legal, bro. Who you think you is, that rock and roll dude, man? You Elvis Nim or somebody, bro? I don't care nothing about being legal, bro. Who you think you Hugh Hefner? That's weird, bro. All them jokers weird. Anybody, man, any man that want to date a girl that's old enough to be his grandchild, bro, that's weird, bro. Bill Belichick, weird as hell. Hugh Hefner, weird as hell. Shannon Sharp, weird as hell, bro. I don't care about none of that, bro. Like I can't even look at a little 18, 19-year-old and think she ain't no kid, bro. Them little girls look like kids, bro. Niggas be like, oh, cooking with Kaya. Nah, nigga, I ain't watching no cooking with Kaya, boy. I'm watching Cali Baby. You hear me? Watching Cali Baby cooks. Man, see, that's where Aunt went wrong. That's where a lot of these black successful men go wrong. And we just did a video on why do they choose white girls. You know what I'm saying? We just did a video on that. But see, a lot of these professional athletes and movie stars, bro, this is where they go wrong, bro. They go get these girls, dog. They go get these girls, right? And these girls ain't after nothing but your paper. And see, you gotta realize what day and age you living in. Everybody want to be viral, everybody want to be famous, and everybody is fucking talentless, bro. Like and a lot of people is unemployed. Like, I don't care if I have 400,000 subscribers or not, because at the end of the day, I got a great job. I got a job. Word of the day, job. You hear me? I got a job, so I ain't even tripping for real. Whether I get paid on YouTube or not, I do this for fun. This is my release after a long, hard day of work. But everybody wants to be a star. Like, and you got to understand that when you messing with these young girls, bro, because even the broke niggas gonna get exposed when they messing with these young girls. Now you got a wife, man, you know what I'm saying? Your little chick, she get mad because you ain't get her nails did, you ain't get her hair did, you know what I'm saying? You ain't get her no furry Crocs. You know what I'm saying? Now she inboxing your wife, telling your wife that you said you gonna eat her ass at 8:00 at night. You know what I'm saying? When wifey go to work, you stuff like that. So these rich jokers ain't no exception. But then they try to pay their way out. And then he dating these young girls. Like, Unc need to go get him an old pro. Like, Unc should have been out there bagging Drea Michelle, or that girl that's walking around with Kevin Gates, like Pinky or somebody. You know what I'm saying? Vivica Fox, man. Like, y'all gotta get y'all some old pros, bro. My girl from the Pink Slip, I mean not Pink Slip, Players Club type thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta get them old pros, bro. This is where y'all go wrong. Y'all go get them young girls, man, thinking them young girls really interested in you, really want you. And then she 20 years old. That's why she's saying dumb stuff like, put a big black baby in me. Like, bro, at home at nighttime, she calling you hard NER. And then the whole time, she set you up for the overlay, for the underlay, and you ain't never seen it coming. Never seen it coming, bro. All because you was a freaky ass dude, bro. Man, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, maybe Unc is going to win in 5, but at this point, man, Unc finna cost himself about 25. I'm saying 25, 35, 40 mil, bro. He finna lose deals. He finna lose endorsements. Man, I guarantee he gonna lose some of his white fan base for shit show. He gonna lose deals, endorsements, his fan base. He mess around like Stephen A. say, he might get fired from ESPN. Let's check that out. Let's see what Stephen A. said about it.
I know, and I can tell you all that I spoke to Shannon, not in details, but I spoke to him, and he emphatically proclaims his innocence. According to Mr. Busby, his client emphatically proclaims his guilt. So where does that leave us? I'd love to tell you that I know the answer to that question, but I don't. I am the executive producer of First Take on ESPN. I recruited Shannon. I went and got him and brought him to ESPN. But I'm not the boss. Those are other folks. There are layers to this, and there are certain layers even I am not on. I can tell you, I also spoke to co-chairman of Disney, the boss, Jimmy Pitaro, who made it very, very clear we are taking this matter very seriously, and we are looking into this very, very closely. And once we gather as many facts as we possibly can, we will go from there. And that is all he said. And I can mention his name because I received his permission to say that. I don't know what that means. In my perfect world, this equates to Jay-Z, where the case ultimately dropped and Shannon is allowed to continue on First Take and continue to thrive and shine. And not just that, and have an illustrious career in the podcast stratosphere, doing Nightcap with Chad Ochocinco, doing Club Shay Shay, and ultimately gets this $100 million deal that he was all over the news about to sign just a couple of days before this report came out. In my perfect world, he moves on. And somehow, some way, we find this all to be false. But it doesn't seem like that's the way things are about to go down, considering who Mr. Busby is and how emphatic his client is proclaiming that she is right and she's telling the truth. I don't know where this is going to go. I can't speak to anything else. I don't know.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, his job at Jeopardy, his whole career, his livelihood at Jeopardy, bro. Like, even if the money stopped, the bills that you accumulated based off of that money, that don't stop. And it's all because you was horny. You was freaky, bro. Ain't no way in hell Unc should have been sliding in no DMs of no 18, 19, 20-year-old girl. All these beautiful women out here, then you talking about 25,000 for each cheek, bro. She ain't even double cupped up. She ain't even cheeked up. But man, I just feel like at this point, like he say, he don't know. Stephen A don't know. Stephen A don't know what's gonna happen because this is above his pay grade. This above Stephen A pay grade. This like way up here. Them decisions. Stephen A right here. You know what I'm saying? Unc here. Stephen A here. But that other guy, that vice president over Disney, he here. And Disney on ESPN. So I think Unc might get suspended soon. Unc might end up being suspended and then later relieved of his duties, bro, all because of this situation.
I don't like that shit for sure, bro. I don't like that shit.
You know, and it's crazy. I feel like being a successful black man in today's world, you gotta be a monk. Or you gotta be like Kawhi Leonard, bro. That's it. Other than that, it ain't no go. My personal opinion, he should have stick to it, man. Y'all brothers need to stick to sisters, bro. A sister gonna give you an attitude, but a sister ain't gonna, man. These sisters don't really be trying to set you up for that paper like that, bro. They really be trying to build something with you, you know. That's just my personal opinion, man. You know, and from the professional guys, the professional athletes, and rich cats that I've been around, a lot of them have strong-willed sisters in their life, and all the ones that successful and stayed out of trouble, they had strong-willed sisters in their life, and all the ones that didn't, they didn't have those sisters in their life. And I done been around professional athletes. I done worked for professional athletes. I done worked for rappers. I done worked for country singers. I done worked for professional singers. Like, I done seen it, bro. I was in the industry. I was in that world. I was at the bottom of that world, but I was definitely in that world. You know what I'm saying? Working for what, 2-3 years, you know, and man, I feel bad for Unc, but at the end of the day, I don't feel like Unc guilty. I don't feel like Unc guilty. Because if Unc really did something to her, bro, why you want the money instead of you want the charge? You don't want him to go to jail. You just want his money. And then she thirsty. She ain't even wait for the ink to dry, doggy. She ain't even wait for the ink to dry. Like, he ain't even sign a deal. As soon as the news break about the deal, y'all dropped the lawsuit. Bro didn't even sign a contract. The news was just out there that the contract was on the table. You heard Stephen A say the ink ain't even dry on the deal, bro. And they already after his money. And that let you know right there. She see that, somebody else see that, they see her. They gonna be like, yeah, if he offer her 10, I know I'm worth 12. I'm worth 11.5. Let me get mine too. So, man, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a second accuser coming up, man. Not a second, a third, and maybe even a fourth. But we gonna find out in the times to come, man. But in the meantime, man, I want y'all to drop a comment, hit that like button, right? You want to drop a comment. I want you to hit that like button and I want you to subscribe. Then I want you to share. Cause I know you made it this far. That mean you rocking with the kid. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to share my joint, bro. Cause each one teach one, each one reach one. You know what I'm saying? I reach you. Now you help me reach somebody else, man. You know. And at the end of the day, it's all love. I'm 618 C's. And you know my saying. If ain't nobody told you they love you, dog, 618 C's love you. Don't nobody ain't nobody told you they want to see you win. This man right here want to see you win, man. I'm 618 C's. 618 for life. I'm out.